What's the name of your piece?
So the name of my piece is Impulse. Do you want me to say a couple of words about it?
Why not?
Okay. So the main idea behind Impulse is kind of the rush of energy and adrenaline that hits both the performer and the audience in the lead up to a concert. And to a large extent, it's sort of drawn from my own experience as a performer, also a cellist. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense that we're both on stage together as both like an orchestral and solo musician, because I feel like for a lot of performers, the moment that you get, like the feeling you get right before you go on stage and you perform is a feeling that's really special. I mean, there was an interview with Hugh Jackman actually very recently where he talks about exactly this feeling. And he describes it as being very visceral because you know that you're about to connect with a unique audience for the very first time, and that's something I wholeheartedly agree with. It's kind of like an energy of excitement and nerves that comes in waves, and that's sort of the atmosphere that I've tried to capture in the piece.
So what's the difference between being a performer and a composer then in that regard?
Well, I think a lot of being a composer I've tried to bring that into my composition. So what you were actually talking to Aurora before about, you know, how does your experience of playing the cello sort of influence your composition making? For me, like I've tried to kind of explore the more experimental techniques with, like, for example, snap hits. I think for this piece I've put it into the double bass because it has a bit more of an effect. But things like this, and then like different bowing techniques and things, you can really explore the instrument to its full extent, and that's your performance sort of background being brought into your composition practice.
And that's a special opportunity because there aren't that many groups that will allow you to do snap hits, just in case.
For expensive instruments,
For
definitely.
expensive instruments, yes, absolutely.
Just before we hear it, do you want to tell the audience what a snap hit is?
Oh, it's kind of, okay,
So because you'll hear it.
It demonstrates with an invisible cello. It's basically when you raise the string and you pitch it normally, so you pluck it normally, and then it snaps back onto the wood, so it makes like a clicking sound at the same time. So it's a very sort of specific effect.
And would you like to hear it in action? Okay, so can we please hear Impulse?